Hello everyone and welcome to this dvlp.energy tutorial in which I'm going to show you how to edit a project site and derive the buildable area with a few nice spatial operations. So what I have here is a very nice project area close to the highway, and what I would like to derive is the buildable area in the privileged area around the 200-meter buffer. And for that, the first step that I have to do is actually to save all these parcels that are of interest to my project. And this I can do most efficiently with the multi-select or the lasso function. Multi-select function is available by pressing the control button and then just clicking on the parcels on the sites that I'd like to select. The lasso function is available by pressing the shift button and then drawing these rectangular shapes across the parcels that I'd like to add. Here I can also use both and switch between multi-select and lasso to select the project parcels. All right, so here I have my selection now. Let's also take the small one here, 33 parcels. And these I can add to the project by clicking on the plus icon in this attribute window. I'm creating a new project and the parcels are now stored to my project. What I would like to do now is, as the next step, to merge the parcels into a single shape. And this is possible again by selecting all parcels. This I can do now very efficiently here in my parcel list. I just click on the first one in the list and keep the shift button pressed and click on the last one to select all parcels in my list. I can also group them, which makes it even easier to select all of them by just clicking on the group. And I have my my parcels now selected here. And there is the spatial operation called merging function as the first one in this options here. And I can just click that one and will merge all these individual parcels into a single shape. And this I can now add to my project as I added all the other parcels. And I'm going to show that I'm hiding the group of parcels so that I only keep my one single asset here. Now, in the next step, I would like to calculate the part of this beautiful shape that is intersecting with the highway buffer, the 200-meter buffer. And for that, I have to, first of all, add the buffer layer to my map. The parcels I won't need any longer, so I can turn them off. And add land transport highway 200-meter buffer, the buffer layer to my map here. And now I can simply calculate the intersecting area by clicking both objects, the buffer and the original shape, and then selecting the second of these spatial operations, which is the intersecting tool. And you see here that the intersected area is immediately being generated, and I can also add this one to my project. The initial area can go to the bin, that is not needed any longer. And now you see here we have the intersecting part, so the part that is privileged. As the last step, I would like now to subtract a few other elements here where I won't be able to build, that I'd like to clip off my buildable area. And also that is possible very easily. And what I need to do here is I need to bring all the elements to the map that I'd like to clip off my site. So let's make one example, maybe over here. There is a tree, and maybe I'd like to keep this tree. So I will create a small circle that I'm going to cut out here. And then we have here a bit of forest. So for that, I can simply use our forest data under nature protection. And here we have the forest and the forest buffer as well. So I'd like to cut out both the forest and the forest buffer. And this can be done now by, again, let me collapse this group that we can see that nicely here in a second, by selecting all the objects that I'd like to consider for this operation. And it's important to first select the side of which you want to cut the elements off. So I first start with my project side, and now I'm selecting all the different elements that I'd like to cut off my project side. So these can be self-drawn shapes, these can be data layers. And now I have the last spatial operation available here, which is the difference, or the cutting tool. And I can select that to calculate the area that is not intersecting with the elements I have selected. And now I'd like to also add this object to my project as the final area here, the 21.6 hectare. The other elements can go, and we have our final area in available here. Sometimes you have some smaller artifacts that you might also additionally need to edit, and you can cut them off, of course, easily as well, in the same way, so that you derive the buildable area of your project. Yeah, and with that, you can really fine-tune the site and edit the buildable area, and prepare it nicely for the next step, which could be the detailed engineering planning. Maybe you want to export and move it into an AutoCAD application, or you want to perform other operations on it.